Keep it out, a turbo bike at the Holcomb Lane. Williford with a great short time in that Holcomb Lane. 7:01, 200.98 miles an hour for Rodney Williford. 7:01, first time out, almost 201 miles an hour. They're here to make a statement this weekend, folks. Number one qualifier, the turbo bike of Rodney Williford in the Goodyear Lane. This is the bike that ran 7:01 this morning. Holds the national record at 6.977. Ran 201 miles an hour this morning. We'll see how quick the turbo can go. The bump spot is a 12.93. That won't last. $6.98 for Rodney Williford, our first 6-second run of the day in Outlaw Pro Street. And Rodney Williford, number one qualifier with a 6.98. He's run 7:01 and 6.98. He's in the left lane. Right lane is Costello Cedric from Daytona, and Costello is qualified number 10. Keeping out his turbo bike in the Holcomb Lane. A great 60-foot time for Williford. Watch the scoreboard, that left lane. 6.91 with an 8. 200.80 miles an hour. That is a new national record. The turbo bike with a 6.91. Costello runs a 7.49, moves on to number 9. So Rodney Williford, 6.91.8. And I am quite sure that is the new national record. Let's see if it didn't run too quick. I think he ran too quick to back up the national record. We'll have to check that.
All right, guys. Glenn G. Wiz Allen here with Rodney Williford. Mr. Williford, congratulations on your pass yesterday. 6.91 with an 8 at 200.80 miles per hour. You lowered the ET record yesterday. However, over the loudspeaker here at the track, they said that you ran 2/10 or 2/100 too quick to back that record up. Can you clarify that for us?
Yeah. What had happened when we ran the 691 in the I think it was in the second session or the third run that we had. We went 691. When Steve was doing the calculation for the record, he was calculating 1% on either side of the 698 with a 5 that we had ran earlier in the day.
Right.
When in all actuality, he should have been calculating the 1% off of the 691 with an 8. So we were when we did that, if you take 1%. We were still within 1% of the 691 with the 698 pass that we had earlier in the day. So we did confirm that it was a new ET record.
So just to clarify, you can run too quick not to back up an ET then, correct?
Yes, we can run too quick, meaning that if you're outside of 1% of your previous best run, then you would need to make another run within 1% of that run that you just made. So if you run at 1% lower ET, then you cannot have the backup for that until you run something that's within 1% of the ET you just ran. Just to make sure that it wasn't a fluke, that you can do it repeatedly, something like that.
Well, everybody knows about the turbo nitrous controversy going on. As it stands right now, you don't hold the mile per hour record as per Steve. Barry Henson still holds the mile per hour record at 202.15, if I'm not mistaken. I believe you have been 201, correct?
Actually, we went 202.15 at the last Maryland race, and we were trying to come out this weekend and shoot for both records, but we're running into some voltage problems on the bike down track, and it's a little lazy. in 5th and 6th gear and the high gear change. So I actually, on the 691 pass, I ran the bike through in 5th gear, all the way through the traps in 5th gear. So it seemed to like that for ET, but it's not the best for mile per hour. So we'll see. We just want to make it through the second round of eliminations today, and then we'll step on it hard in the semifinals and finals.
You sound pretty confident that you're going to the semifinals and finals. If I'm not mistaken, you just need to go one more round in Girardi, correct?
Actually, right now, I think we are. Actually, we are 2 rounds ahead. So I can be 2 rounds behind Tony actually, and we would still. I think we'd still have the championship. But I'm not overly confident. I just I think that you have to look forward and you have to set big goals, and
Absolutely.
That's what we're looking for today, is to try to run it all out.
So what we can look for is some really, really great ETs from you. The cold weather should work. The cold air should work real well with the turbo setup, correct?
Yeah. The cold air. I mean, it's good for everyone. But we think that it'll help us some. But we're a little worried about the crosswind that we got today. So we're not sure how that's going to affect us, down track on the big end. So we'll just have to see.
All right, Rodney. As it stands right now, we know you've been banned from Outlaw next year as far as turbo wise. What are your plans for next year as of right now?
As of right now, I've been told that there's a possibility next year that there's going to be another class in the MyRock organization.
The Outlaw Extreme.
Yeah, well, actually the No Bar Extreme class, and that would be something that we're interested in running. I'm looking forward to running that class if it does kick off and we get it going. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, all your friends and bike support you. If you'd like for you to give a rundown of your sponsors and a thank you to your sponsors. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, first and foremost, Pro One Turbo Systems. They basically built the chassis and the turbo system and everything around the bike. And Williford Trucking, they always help me out with transportation and help me out with stuff like that. And then I got KG Coatings, Matt Lanigan Performance. I got Carpenter race engines. Carpenter Bob does all my heads for me. And I got NLR, the AMS 1000 boost controller. Control is power. Right, Sip, and I got Dave, Worldwide Bearings. He's a real good guy to work with.
Who just had a birthday?
Yeah, happy birthday, Dave. Saw it out there posted on the net. And then we got Win Racing. Brian up in Chicago. He helped out a lot with the first tune-up on the turbo system. So he's a pretty good guy. And I think that. I should say also that the guys at Innovative Turbo Systems, they helped me out with this the turbo we got on the bike, and they did a real good job with that. And I think that's what I got on there.
Okay. Well, Rodney, we look forward to seeing you lay a number down. I certainly hope you can go in the 80s. I know you've been talking about it for the last 3 or 4 races. Just to let you know. Just to let you know, we all support you no matter what the MyRock Series decides to do, whether No Bar Extreme goes through or not. We're proud of you as friends and family for your accomplishments. You've definitely raised the bar in outlaw racing. And family, stay tuned, and there'll be more live coverage of the Lee's Fall Nationals shortly.
I want to mention one more sponsor of mine is a real good guy, Bill Robinson Industries with the transmission. Yes, sir. Anybody need an auto trans, any kind of transmission work, talk to Bill. He's a good guy. Thanks a lot.
All right, guys, stay tuned for more live action right after this.
this is who I am. Don't back up now and give a brother room.